Everybody's doing well. We're gonna be doing a 2 round mock. Say, listen, I'm not gonna keep you long. I'm gonna kind of run through it. Reason being is because number one is just the proper thing to do in general, but also this website has a whole lot of ads and it seems to be messing with the quality of the website. So just so we can get through the drafts and make sure we get the full draft out there, I'm going to be making picks rapidly for the most part. I'm going to be doing more talking in the first round as opposed to the second round. But you'll get the gist as I go along. If you want my like, share, and subscribe, be very much appreciated. Now we're gonna go ahead and start the draft. I don't have the players down, but I do have the position of need down, how I see it. So I'm pretty much gonna go off of that. My original, what I feel is they more pressing need, or rather the talent there is just too hard to pass up. However it goes, I'm gonna address it that way. But it's gonna be everything's pretty much gonna be done mostly from the hip, so to speak. So that being said, right here they need a quarterback. You already know it's not a hard pick at all. We're gonna go Arch Manning right there. Second, I think the Shador Sanders thing is gonna work out. I think they need safety. Let's go Caleb Downs. Kind of as a as quite a, as a lot to that defense athletically, production does a lot for them. Pro style of play at the moment. Excuse me. Now they could use a few different things. I think tackle. They got some players there. They can move. They can make some moves as far as that's concerned. Also, Caden Proctor right here for the young quarterback. A little hard to pass up. So we're gonna go Proctor here. Now, conventional wisdom, they go quarterback. I'm not particularly sure about that because I think I got a plan for that. So I think I'm gonna hold off on the quarterback for right now. Also, maybe I don't know what kind of season Jackson Dart is going to have, but I don't see him as being the answer for them. Definitely could be their backup, but if it works out, it works out. But at least they don't kill his confidence in general. Try to go away another way about it. Just depends on how that season. If he just, totally. If he don't play, then maybe they do something different in general. But let's go tackle. Let's go find out. Next, they need quarterback. Second best quarterback in the draft to me, Lenore Sellers. I think I know where I'm going. We're gonna go edge. Can play edge. I think play on it. I think he can play all over the line. Quite frankly, very much a Dan Morgan is doing a phenomenal job as the GM. He's really, doing a great job so far. Very happy to see that they're trying to get that organization turned around, and the owner is staying out the way. Smart man. He's trying to be anyway. So we're gonna go Ruben Bain. No offense, I'm just saying he's trying to wise up as far as his involvement with the team, and you know that's the proper thing to do. We're gonna go corner here. One of my favorite players in this draft, Avion Terrell. They need quarterback. Listen, they could go a lot of other places here, corner, and especially. Thing about it is, Anthony Richardson. I don't know what kind of season he's gonna have. Of course, that remains to be seen. But listen, if it works out, it works out. Fine. He's so gifted that you really hope it does. But if it don't, you're talking about. And see, I don't think it will because I don't think they have the culture or the coaching there to really get the talent out of him. I kind of think they need more of a ready product. In this case, a pro style player coming from a pro style kind of offense could really help benefit them in that regards. So, and then they plus Anthony, you gonna get at least a second round pick for the quarterback, Anthony Richardson. So let's go quarterback. Get Klubnik. Definitely think they need a wide receiver. There's plenty of good players here they could take, especially on the line. It's a lot of talent. I think they need a wide receiver. I think he's going to have a big season. I think he's worth the pick. Talking about top 10 pick, maybe a little high for him, but I don't necessarily feel that way. Especially you got your other things in order. You draft well throughout the draft. You don't really have to worry about that. I got him as my number 2 receiver behind Cardinal Tate and then I have Tyson as my third. So we're gonna go Antonio Williams. Now, this guy I think they had identified from the beginning. This year, this is why they didn't want to get a quarterback. I think they I think they know who they want at quarterback. Could go Mendoza, but I just think that they had this guy in their sights for a while now. We're gonna go Aller. Cornerback, that's what I have on my list as well. Could go D-line here. Parker might make the most sense. I prefer Parker in a 4-3 as opposed to a 3-4. But that's interesting. I think they should go corner. Let's go corner. I got linebacker. D-line is not a bad idea either, but I got linebacker. Anthony Hill. Again, I'm gonna try to run through it just so the website don't conk out on us. Let's go. It usually goes through, but it starts to get a little. There's not a whole lot of problem with the website, but it starts to lag. You know how they go. Yeah, you got a computer. I'll have to explain it to you. And I think we go Parker here. Now, got those guys out the way. Let's take a peek. See what we got so far. I think I know where I'm going here though. Could go Falk. It's gonna be between Falk and Woods. They need a quarterback as well. I think Howard's gonna work out pretty good. But we'll address it. I do know that much. I do know I feel like I have quarterback at the second needed position. Could go corner. Who we got available? Nah. Actually, the more I think about it, the more I like Falk there. Let's go Peter Woods. I know I'm going here. I think they had Overton in their sight for a while. Style of play the whole night. I just think that he's been in their sight for a while. Here's where I think Falk goes. And again, I have the position, so if I get tied up here in a minute, just look at the big board. Safety for sure. Just not a guy. It's just a little too high for any of the safeties. Defensive line. Wait a second. See what we got a D line. Caleb Banks, Tyreek Sapp. Don't be surprised if you see him in the first round. Go there. Got some guys I identify like Harris, nickel. I think he played a little safety as well. McKinney, first round talent, needs to go to the right team, but first round talent as well. These guys are Muhammad Lee. All these guys are talented. Pons, I really like Pons. As a nickel, I really like Pons. And Jari Hill. Tony Kite as well. So let's go Harris. Can play the nickel, versatile, defensive back. Yeah. Fits their style of defense. Oh, I know we're going to tackle here. Let's go Lamar. Linebacker, I know we're going here. C.J. Allen, pro style of play. Kind of plug and play at the moment. Think he's going to have a pretty good season. Obviously, coming from a school like Georgia, he'll be prepared. Think he can. Because their defense is not simple. Well, it might change this year, but I think he can. I think he can handle it. I'm gonna go wide receiver Tate. I know I'm going Tate. I just like the fit. I had identified him for them for a while now. It just makes a lot of sense. We're gonna continue with the wide receiver. Go Tyson, Jordan Tyson, and I know where we're going. Like I told you, I got a lot of these guys just off the top of my head. Oh, I know where I'm going. Austin Barber. Very good fit. Just the fit just makes all the sense in the world. And Drew Bowery, don't be surprised um, if you see him kind of going up the board. Him and Gooseby as well. I just like the fit of Austin Barber here. Hmm. I know they need defensive backs. I think we can do. I think we can address that in the second round. It's kind of where I see that. I think I got a play identified for them. Anytime I'm dealing with the Cincinnati Bengals, I'm always thinking about either receiver or offensive lineman. They kind of always need just their style of play. They kind of always need to kind of make sure that that's rejuvenated and that's always that position's always proper. They always got guys in place. So we're gonna go Bowery. I talked about him coming up, but this kind of where I see him, at least at the current moment. Linebacker. Talented linebackers. One of my favorite group of linebackers of any draft I've ever had the opportunity of assessing. I like all these guys. Torine's one. I really like Torine. He's gonna be good. Weeks is gonna be pretty good. Kind of plays a little bit like Carson Schlesinger, kind of that kind of play, but he's a different kind of player though. He's a different kind of player, a little bit more physical. I actually like him a little more than I do Schlesinger. Don't be surprised you see him real early, second round, him as well. Third round is going to be where you see this draft is really going to be. You're going to really see how that's where you're going to see the value of this draft is going to be in the third round. I think about wide receiver, give him a weapon. I like Aaron Anderson a lot. I like Eric Singleton, depending on the team he goes to. Kobe Lane, good player. These some good players. Smart football player in Lemon. Let's go Zach. Fast, quick twitch, does a lot of good things, catches very well, gets open way better than I thought he would. We'll go Zachariah Branch. I think I might want to go offensive. Oh, I know where I'm going. How about Gooseby? Good player. We're gonna go edge. These edge players are not quite as talented as this year's, but that's okay. It happens. Whatever. Really like Bailey. Make sure he stays healthy. I think Ugalele. Scheme fit. It's a guy identified. Linebacker. I think before it's all said and done, early second round, late first round, Kyle Lewis, their style of play. Listen, Detroit Lions and their evaluation of linebacker talent is it's a little odd. I think that their heart. I think they draft with their heart at the linebacker position as opposed to what's a better fit at that position in particular. I have some idea what's going on there, but I think they draft well in general, and that's a smart organization in general. I think they will identify a guy like this who is a good fit and who actually fits what they like to do. He's kind of like a heart and a head pick, so to speak. So, Kyle Lewis, corner. Now, I like Malik Muhammad for him, and he offers a little bit of a Sauce Gardner type of. There's a kind of a Sauce Gardner sensibility, kind of aspect to his game. He's not as good as him. He's just that. That remains to be seen. Rather, that has to. You know what I mean? He has to prove that. But I'm saying he kind of offers them that same kind of player, and that kind of fits their style of play on defense. So let's go Malik Muhammad. I think linebacker. We could do defensive back here, but it's just the guys I don't identify. I kind of see Damani Jackson as a safety. Kilgore has to go to the right team. I have Will Lee higher than all these guys, quite frankly. He's my next corner to come off him and Takario Davis, then Pons. Then I have Mansour. I think I have Mansour in front of Pons, then Pons. But I like Pons a little better. So actually I have Pons ahead. Now that I'm thinking about it, I think we're gonna go linebacker. Perkins can do a little bit of everything what they need. He's a slasher. Does a good job of penetrating the line. I think he can play inside too. I think he's versatile. So I know we're going. Perfect player for them. Kilgore. Play multiple positions in the defensive backfield. Tough. Willing tackler. Good. Plays the ball well. Go to for the second. Again, I don't want to keep you too long, but it just make sure we can get your team in there. Let's go. Love. And let me know if y'all agree, disagree. Could go edge. How about D-line? Yep. Sap. I think I'm gonna go D-line here as well. Could go Durant. I don't like the scheme fit. Not horrible. I'm thinking more Corleone or K-Part. Corleone makes a little bit more sense to me. Natural nose tackle. Can play all the other positions in the 3-4. I like Corleone. And I had him identified. I had a high grade on him last couple drafts, so not high, but high for his position. Quarterback. And this is just a good fit. Nussmeier. This is exactly who they wanted. Them getting Paxton. Paxton. I'm tripping. Jackson, a Dart. This is really who they want. They would see what they did was they kind of got to substitute Nussmeier or what they think, and I think they misidentified Jackson Dart. Could he be a good player? Yeah, it's gonna take a lot of coaching. And it's gonna take them. It's gonna take a lot of work. Luckily for him, he won't have to play too early. He got two guys in front of him who can take the wheel. I wouldn't even play him this year. I'm just gonna be honest, and I would still get Nussmeier and let them two compete and let the best man win. Will Daboll and them still be there after this year? It's gonna rely heavily on Wilson. They put together a nice team, so it's possible. But if Nussmeier here makes all the sense in the world to me. Let's go wide receiver. Like Aaron Anderson, I just don't like him for their offense. Not bad in their offense, just don't. Here we go. Big physical receiver. Do a lot of different things. A weapon. What's safety? The enemy. Good player for Carolina. Goes well with the defensive backs they have now. Then they're gonna need a quarterback. Could go Mendoza. I like the fit. Listen, Geno, I think deserves all 3 years to play. Nico, I just like the fit a little bit better than Mendoza. He can sit there for a couple years, and by that time, and I would imagine Geno will retire after that. And when Geno retires, Nico be ready to go. 2 years, sit down, watch, learn. Not a bad idea at all. I'm gonna go with my next best corner, Will Lee, linebacker. Really fits their style of defense. Their culture has produced guys like I remember my man Smith, who got his first name. I'm drawing a blank for apparent reason. He kind of gives them that kind of action. Talking about Deontay Lawson, they need to kind of continue to revamp that linebacker core. I think they comfortable with who they have, and I would be if I was them. But it could use a little tuning up in that regard. So tight end for sure. Sadiq, hard not to pick him there. Offensive tackle, that's what I think. World. Some people have World as a first round. I don't think I don't see him that way, but definitely right here. For sure. We're going to go edge. I was thinking about a guy who I think would be perfect. Barely. Him and Anthony Hill. That's a nice little haul right there. It's kind of sus. See what we got. Got Banks available. Damani Jackson if we wanted to go that route. I think Chandler Rivers is talented. A little one-dimensional at the moment, but I think he's very talented. He needs to continue to develop, though. All these guys do, but I think you understand. Yeah, you know what? I got an idea. I got the perfect player. These guys are talented. Needs a lot of work, but if somebody can get the talent out of them, but okay, we identified it. Man, I wouldn't hate getting Caden Green here either. Just kind of dropping him on the interior of the line. But we got some other. Let's see. We go linebacker. Raylan Wilson makes a lot of sense here. Tareen York, but as talented as these guys, I think these guys are. I think there's more pressing needs. Could go running back. Yeah. Mendoza. Develop. You know, be a good idea for them. Nice play to do that with. I think we might. I think I might go running back here. David Boston, nice physical receiver. Very good run stuffer. I want to see him hustle a little more. Not that he's bad at it or anything, but I want to see him a little bit more active. Let's go Nick Singleton. Could go wide receiver. See, I like Aaron Anderson a lot. I just think he needs to go to the right team. All these guys do really right, but could go Denzel Boston here. I don't like Singleton for him per se. I don't like Nick Anderson for him. Lemon makes a little sense. Or we could go, like I said, Nick Singleton. To go along with Trey Benson, Connors, I think his contract is up. Regardless, whatever. You know, he's getting older, getting, taking a lot of hits. But we got David Boston here. Excuse me, Denzel Boston. Hmm. I think I like Denzel Boston here, as opposed to, yeah. Again, apologies about these abs. Let's see. Let's go Boston. Let's go Boston. Quarterback for real. I love Sam Levitt. I don't know if he's a starter at the next level. He needs to continue to improve. But him going there with Will Howard, competition, could be the backup there. I don't think it's a bad idea, regardless. You understand what I'm saying? Very good just a good football player. I like the way he plays the game. So Sam Levitt. Me personally, I think we need kind of get our defensive backfield in order. Safety in particular. I like Saab here. We could go Zeke Berry. Zeke Berry makes a lot of sense. Our style of play, how we like to do things. Let's go Saab. Let's go Saab. We'll go running back. Nick Singleton. How about that? Cool. I also like the fit of C.J. Baxter here, but if you're gonna choose between the two, we're gonna go Nick Singleton. They could go running back as well. I like Maxie Hughes. I like Maxie. I know. I got defensive line. Caleb Banks, Durant. Durant wouldn't be a bad pick here. K part. Darrell Jackson, though. I like that. Tim Keenan as well. Deciding between Tim Keenan and Darrell Jackson. I like Darrell Jackson for him. Next, we got Tampa Bay. Let's go edge. Let's go get him Sutton. The value right here. I think he's going to have a good season, so I'm going to go D-line. Could go Caleb. I just don't like the fits. Miller might not be bad. Durant makes sense, too. I like Durant there. Zane Durant. Zane Durant. I thought they could have used some more players on the offensive line. Could go linebacker. I like linebacker. Let's see. Now I have a higher grade on as opposed to as it pertains to Raylan Wilson and Whit Weeks. However, I think the profile of Whit Weeks may be a better option. Hmm. They say they need edge. I got edge as my third team need. Some good players here. He needs to develop. A lot of these guys need development. Talented, like more Jackers. These guys are talented. They just need Patrick Payton. They just need to develop. They're gonna need some coaching and good culture. Let's go linebacker. I like Will Weeks for him. I like the idea of that. I got D line. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Banks wouldn't be a bad fit. You know what I like though? Let's go Tim Keenan. Let's go Tim Keenan. Perfect player for them. Look at that big board. Let y'all take a look at that. Seeing wide receiver. Nick Anderson wouldn't be a bad. Excuse me. Yeah, Nick Anderson wouldn't be a bad choice. I think I know where I'm going. He, with as far as it pertains to San Francisco, Kevin Concepcion, he's either gonna be boom or bust. I think at first it's gonna be either or. He could settle in real nicely and be a nice player. That's kind of how I see him. I think he is talented though, man. I think I would use gifted. I would use the word gifted. He can do a lot of things. So I'm gonna go Concepcion. I think I know I'm going with this. One of my favorite players in this draft, D'Angelo Pons. Oh, I know one. There we go. Now, these guys are talented. Slaughter, Pregnon, like I said, needs some more coaching. Adams. Brailsford, though. Let's go Adams. But I like, he's a better fit. Think he'll work well in their offense. They definitely need some more offensive line help. I'm going to go Adams. Oh, he could go Slaughter, though. Hmm. that's tough. Yeah, that's pretty tough. Adams or Slaughter? Hmm. I'm deciding between Jake Slaughter and Reed Adams. That one's a little tough. I would imagine they probably would pick him though, but I'm gonna go Adams. I'm gonna go Adams. Buffalo. Now this guy have been mocking to them for the last couple of years. He's just very much their style of player. Sicario Davis. I would like for you to be able to see the grade, but you know. See what we got. A little D line. K part here. Christian Miller might be a good. You know what? Christian Miller might be the one. Just a stable kind of piece there. Yeah, I think I actually might like that idea. That Christian Miller. See what we got. How about Aaron Anderson? Wide receiver Aaron Anderson. Perfect. Perfect player. Two more picks. Caleb Banks. Yeah. Um, Caleb Banks is a talented player. It's just Kansas City, I think, is the proper place for him to go. There's other teams he could play for, some teams I identify like Tampa Bay would be pretty good. Um, there's a couple more teams I had in mind, but I just think Kansas City in general is where he needs to go. Hmm. Oh, I know who. Well, let me look at the big board real fast. Make sure I'm not being hasty. Now I had mocked this guy here for the last couple years as well. Went back to school, had a serious injury, but he could play inside, he could play outside. Very good athlete. He can go to a place. He don't really have to do anything too much, too fast. Can kind of blend in, and over time, kind of get acclimated to the game and play. Hopefully, hopefully he stays healthy. No more serious injuries, and that's what we're gonna pray for. We're gonna go Harold Perkins. A lot of talent in this draft. Plenty of talent. Like I said, the third round is really where it's gonna. So I'm thinking about doing a 3 round mock, so I could kind of show exactly what I'm talking about. Give me one second. I'm gonna go right through it. This is what we had. I like this pick here. The more I thought about it, I like that. And I'm interested what kind of season he gonna have. Cause we definitely need some safeties, man, in Dallas, and getting a guy like Saab, I like this pick here as well, and that one. I like all of them really. But that's it. Listen, I'm gonna be coming out with more of these. Like I said, I'm gonna do a 3 rounder here in a minute because I want to see how that unfolds. Got some more fantasy football content coming out, so be on the lookout for that. And I got another channel, Contact Digest Boxing. Check me out with that. Right now I got some gaming on there, but I'm gonna be doing some player analysis. Fighter analysis there on that channel as well. I won't be getting too much into boxing news, or I might be. It just depends on how it works and how it works with my schedule. But I appreciate you coming through. Please like, share, and subscribe. Appreciate you for watching. Appreciate you for listening.